Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ambitious Nature. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the Filmlet creator. If you like this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to see more videos coming up. I have up here, I'll go to this clip section. If you have your standard footage, for me I shoot in log, so of course I'm going to color grade it, but if you don't have a log camera, or if you're not a professional user, you'll just see the one node in here. Or if you just open a project, it will typically have one. If you have multiple nodes like I do, you can still add on the film look. Just click this red button, type in FIL, it should come up right here at the bottom, Filmlet Creator, boom. Immediately you see a little bit of effects, but we'll make it a little bit better for you. So this by default jumps into 65mm, which is pretty great for you know, that type of older style to it. You have your 35mm. For me, my personal favorite is the cinematic, which automatically puts on black bars, just gives it a really nice feel with the grain and everything inside of it. I just really love it. You have your beach bypass, you have your nostalgic, and of course your default without any effects if you just want it to be basic, which I don't know why you would do that. Is that even doing? It adds a little bit of something. Makes my film look slightly different. I see the blooms and everything coming out. And then of course you have your custom where you can adjust it. For me, I'm actually going to use the cinematic one. So you have quite a bit of settings over here. You have your color space overrides. If you want to change this, you can. This is like your color space transformer if you're used to color grading like I am. For me, I'll just go into color settings. You can choose your exposure, how bright or dark you would like it to be. You can choose your contrast, which usually films have a darker, more of a contrasty look, or at least the style I like is typically more contrasty and punchy. You can change your highlights. I don't know if you see it much over here, but you will see a little bit of the lights. Let me actually turn this off so that you can see it in there. You have your fade, which will fade the entire image to give it more of a retro style if you want to. On this monitor, I wish I could show you better. Different monitors will look differently. On this particular gaming screen, it looks great to me. If I were to export it out, maybe I'll show a difference. It doesn't look like that at all. It's much darker. You have your tint, you have your skin bias. Skin bias just keeps your skin tone mostly accurate, and that way other colors don't bleed into it. Let me actually take this fade off. I really want it to be back where it should be. You have your richness and again bleach bypass again. You also have your split tone. I don't know if it'll show up more. Kinda. You can see a little bit on the film grain. It adds a different style to it if you really want to kind of tweak a little bit. You can kind of pivot the colors if you would like to, just to give it a little bit of a style. But for me, I'll just leave this back at default. Actually, let me hit these right here. So it goes back to ground zero. You have your vignettes, which is my favorite tool to use, but you can kind of see on the edges over here. That's what vignette does. It kind of crops in as if your lens is smaller. You can adjust like your amount, how much you like it, the size of it all. You'll see it more kind of get darker towards the edges, and that really brings in like the subject of your image, which is really, really nice. Halation, also one of my favorite features. For elation, you have it's really going to touch up the lights. It adds like this the 70s vibe kind of had it. Soul Train, things like that, where you get the colors that really pop out and the lights that bloom. It's a manufacturer that make lenses today get rid of that, or use a Pro Mist filter. But if you don't have a Pro Mist filter, or if you just like to look like I do, halation is one of the best things to have. I turn mine typically all the way up for the most part. You can change your, over here you can see it, that's a little too much, your radius, whatever, but I'll tone it down to about right there. You have your hue, which is cool. I'll leave it right about here. You also have your bloom, and your bloom is more of your lights. You won't really see it too much on this particular image just because it's a darker image, but if it was brighter, it would kind of blow out more of your highlights on there. You have your film grain, which is 35mm. I think I want to have mine with 8mm film grain, and I'll make a, actually no, that's a little too strong. I'll do 60, we'll do 35mm. I'll show the images of 8mm, 35, and 60, whatever. I think it's just 60. I'll show different side by side so you can see what that looks like. But it is making a big difference, even though you can't really see it on the small screen. It's really nice. You have your image defocus if you want to kind of blur it out a little bit, just to give it more of a retro style to it. You have your flicker, you have your gate weave. For me, I like the film gate. This just keeps like your, for those that don't know, you have your lenses with different, how do I describe this? It's really a ratio. That's essentially what these numbers are. And so you can choose, this fish is old. but you can choose your different ratios when it comes down to like your film. So this is what a 35mm would be if it was silent. This is it from the Academy. This is VistaVision, which is very, very retro. Super 16, hands down one of the best cameras still to this day, in my opinion. A Super 8, a fan favorite. And you have your regular aspect ratio for your crop. You can enable curvature if you really wanted to, which kind of gives it a different style, kind of like a TV effect if you would like. Let me see what padding does. Oh, okay. You can extend it out a little bit if you want. That's new. I've never played around with the padding. I'll take off the curvature. I'd rather have it basic. I'll do Super 8. Actually, let's do VistaVision. To kind of give it a different style. Well, we'll go back. We'll just do ratio. And then of course you have your blend. This just allows you to decide how far you would like to blend it. So I won't touch up that quite yet, but you essentially can blend it if you would like to. If I had a different node, let's add this. Let's do film look so I don't butcher it. Let's turn this off. But if you had a different one, let's say let's do 35. And it has that effect that's on there. You can see with it on. You can see what it looks like with it on versus off. This is with it on, this is with it off. You can choose to go down to your blend and adjust how much you would like it to blend. So it is making a small difference, but it's, you know, it all kind of plays its role. But that's essentially it for the Filmlet Creator. I mean, it's a really nice tool for those that don't want to go through the headache of trying to color grade, or you really want your films to look film-like in a sense, but may not know how to do it quite yet. This is a great tool to use and kind of have in your back pocket that essentially, as far as I know, DaVinci Resolve only has, or if it's not the only one, it's to me one of the best ones, at least that I'm aware of currently. Thank you guys for sticking around to the very end. I appreciate all of you. Please hit that subscribe and like button, and I'll be back for the next video. Peace out.